Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to another opinion video where the background music doesn't fit at all for what we're talking about. So, in the spirit of Halloween, as well as because one of my lovely fans asked me to, I will be giving my opinion on scary movies. So, much like the woman video, which was probably even worse than this one, because this one I actually have some experience in. I have no clue where to take this. I have no direction for it. I'm literally just going to give my opinion of what comes to mind and, what I'm thinking of. So hopefully it hits the mark of either being entertaining or, I don't know, what you want to see. So, anyway, I do have to give a disclaimer. I am eating Cheetos mac and cheese spicy mac and cheese. And this shit has been fucking up my stomach, and I've been needing to run to the bathroom, and even right now I need to go to the bathroom and just let it rip, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna make this video and attempt to not shit myself, and the smart thing to do would be to stop eating this, but much like scary movies, it scares you but you want to keep going. I should stop because it's making me have my stomach be upset, but I'm not stopping. So, scary movies. What do I think of them? I really, really, really like scary movies. Like, when I was young, I was deathly afraid of, the dark, of just, little kid shit. At night, I remember there was a certain night in my house where, my grandparents and my mom were in the living room, and I was in my room, and it was, 9 o'clock or something, so it was obviously dark out, and, hold on. Excuse me. And it was obviously dark out, and it was dark in my house, and I remember I was so scared of the dark, I didn't even want to get up from my bed to go to the living room, because I couldn't fall asleep, because I have a lot of sleep problems back then as well as now. I can't go to sleep too easily. But I remember back then, I wanted to go to the living room and watch TV with them, but because there was darkness between me and them, I actually did not want to fucking go. I did not want to go because I was so scared of the dark because I thought something was there. And, it's the fear of the unknown. But despite being a big scaredy cat as a kid, I loved watching scary movies because it's the weird thing of people like to be scared. I'm one of those people who really, really like suspense, and I like to be scared. Now, obviously, in the moment, I fucking hate it. I'm like, no, 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 like when something's gonna pop out. And I'm talking more of the jump scare / something is lurking in the shadows type of scare. Gore and stuff I don't really count as scary. That's more like a gross factor. Look away. I don't want to see it. You're not necessarily scared. You're more just disgusted. You're this is ugly. Scary is, in my opinion, the best when there's suspense and there's an entity that you don't know that's there. Or, well, you know that's there, but you don't know where they are, or you don't know what they are. And I feel as growing up, it's really got diminished. So, this is for one of two reasons, and it's very similar to my opinions on games as well. So, with games, I feel like I enjoyed them a lot more when I was younger. And as time went on, not only did, in some aspects, they become better, but they also got shittier, and I enjoyed them less. Same thing with horror movies. When I was a kid, horror movies frightened the living devil out of me. I remember if I would watch a horror movie that night, I would almost not go to bed for the whole night because I'd be scared, in my sheets, covers over my head, oh my god, what's out there? Oh, I hope I don't get, demonic touched or something. When I was younger, that shit kept me up at night because it made me scared. It made me think, oh my god, what if what was in the movie happens, in real life? Or even if it's not, the movie specifically, the idea of something lurking out there is ideally what scares me. And that's the main type of fear that I really like. It's the suspenseful fear films, right? The Grudge is a good one, where it's you see glimpses of it and you see it attack, but they're very sparing with the use of it, which I don't know if it's changed as of recent, but I'll get into that. So, those films with suspense, where it's jump scares and stuff like that, and monsters, where it's you can't really fight back against it, and ghosts and demons and stuff that's always cool. The ghost and demon shows have a special place in my heart, especially like Paranormal Activity. Like, yo, that shit, Paranormal Activity 1, because God knows where the series went now. Paranormal Activity 1 and like 2 and 3, for the most part, were like super fucking good. These are super good examples because like it's slow build up, but it's suspense. It's super fucking good. Now, as I said, over the years, horror has kind of become diminished for me. Now, as I've gotten older and more just, unhappy with life, I've found that I'm not really scared of anything anymore. I try and be a big old tough boy. And my constant thinking, even when I was young, right? What got me over the fear of the dark was, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna run into the darkness. I'm not even gonna walk. I'm gonna run into the darkness. And if something there and it attacks me, I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of it. And I'll probably die, but I'll go down swinging. And ironically enough, that's what got me over the fear of the dark. I would literally just like, even though I was scared, I would just man up, run straight into the darkness of my house like an idiot, and then be like, all right, if anything wants to fuck with me, let's go. I'll fuck with you too. And at that point, I just got over it. Now, as time went on, obviously, I pretty much carried this forward. And now, I mean, if something is there or whatever, like if I'm thinking, like if I just saw a scary movie, I'm like, oh god, something might be there. It might start fucking with me. At this point, it could fuck with me, and I'd probably let it do whatever it wants to me because I'm that unhappy. But for the most part, like, I don't know. Over time, I'm not scared anymore. Now, I don't know exactly if that's because the movies are shittier, because let's be honest. Once something goes mainstream, like video games, like horror movies, a lot of people pick it up that have no place or no reason to even touch it because they just make it worse. I feel like a lot of that has happened with horror. There's a lot of, like, shitty horror movies now. Either shitty or they're going over, like, what previous horror movies have done better. I mean, not to say there's not good ones, because definitely there's good producers or I don't know, directors, whatever the fuck they are, that come out and make good horror movies. It's just now you have to sift through kind of the garbage to get to them. But even then, like, because I do sometimes get scared, it's more like in the movie theater now. The fear doesn't persist with me. And that's one thing I'm really sad I lost with horror films, is the lingering fear afterward. Like, now I see a demon movie, a possession movie, a ghost movie, a fucking monster movie. Like, what's a good monster movie? I think it's called Jormungandr. Let me look it up. Jormungandr movie. Ragnarok? Is this what it is? Oh no, it was called Jotun. Jotun movie. Yeah, okay. It was Jotun. It's called The Ritual, actually. So, The Ritual was a scary ass fucking film. Like, that monster in the movie, barely shown, only really shown at the end a lot, but you see it throughout the film stalking the people. Like, it's super good. That's the type of horror I like. If you haven't seen Jotun, that is a great ass film. Super, super interesting. And most of the horror films are kind of fucked, and I'm really thinking towards, oh god, what was that movie? I had this, ironically enough, I had this horror class, this entire class dedicated to watching horror movies in college, and it was super good. We saw a super good film there from like the guy who made oh my god, what the fuck is his name? I'm trying to find the movie. Hold on. Fuck, I'm gonna do it. I don't care if this takes most of the video. I'm gonna fucking do it. Hold on. What is it called? Movie where they kidnap black people. That sounds so wrong. But they basically kidnap black people. Jordan Peele, that's the creator. Get Out, that's what it's called. Yeah, they kidnap black people and try and steal their bodies. So, Jordan Peele movies. It was a Jordan Peele movie, and it was starring one of the Jonas Brothers. I was like, holy shit. Wait, is this Key and Peele? This is the guy from Key and Peele. What? Holy shit. This is the guy making the horror movies? No way. What? I never knew this. This is actually crazy. Holy shit. Alright, wait, let me see his films. So Get Out, Candyman. No, was it by Jordan Peele? No, it wasn't. It was the stupid movie with one of the Jonas Brothers where like I don't want to spoil it, but god damn it, fuck it, we're not gonna find it. Who cares? But anyway, movies like that, like Jotun, that build suspense, really fucking good. But yeah, as I've gotten older, they've affected me less, and I've gotten scared less because, you know, when you see something a bunch of times, it gets so scary. Now, obviously, I always love the good horror film. There's only so much of an amount I feel it can diminish over time, where it's never gonna get to the point where like it's not like I'm not gonna like it. Obviously, I'm gonna need to sift through a lot more garbage to like get to a good horror film, but I always do love the jump scares and everything. I don't know. It's just something that you either really like it or you really don't. I feel like there's people out there that just hate horror films. They do not like watching it, and then maybe their friends make them watch it to get a good like haha laugh. But there's people out there that are just horror fanatics. Like, I wouldn't say I'm up to that level, but if there's a good horror film out, I would love to watch it with the purpose of I want to be scared. And it's so weird to think about, like, you know, wanting to be scared, but I mean, that's kind of all I have to say on the topic. I don't really know in what other direction I could take this besides I like them, I still like them, I don't like them as much. There's a lot more shitty ones out now. They're not as scary, and the type of horror I like is jump scares, suspense building, and like evil spooky monster. Like demonic stuff is okay. I was never like attached to it because Jotun is a great example. Jotun has to do with mythology, right? Like as long as there's like a scary thing that's, you know, and the more non-human like it is, the better, because that makes it all the more creepy to me. Like ghosts and demons and stuff. Demons are like a step up because demons sometimes look disfigured and stuff, but ghosts are like, to me, as long as you don't see them, they're really scary. Once you start applying like human shapes and just like, you know, human stuff in general, even the scary stuff, it gets less scary. Like demon stuff, it's like human but beyond. It's like, you know, sometimes they have horns, sometimes they're like horse-like, sometimes they're very animal, they have a lot of animal qualities. I don't know, I like that more. It scares me more because it's so different. I'm scared of the different and the suspense and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I still like them. I just think horror movies now, not many good ones come out because it's become such a saturated market, but good ones still come out. Just again, you have to sift through a lot of the bad ones. But yeah, basically that's my opinion on horror movies. I really enjoy them. Still good. Not scary outside the movie anymore for me most of the time. There have been some instances where like, oh, maybe for like that one night for like 5 minutes while I'm in bed unable to sleep, I'll be like, oh, I'm a little scared. What if, you know, that demon I saw in that movie is here? And then I'm just like, I don't really give a shit. So that's one of the benefits of getting old. The things you like, you don't like as much anymore. But yeah, I mean, that's my opinion. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want me to give my opinion on anything else, please tell me. I'll be happy to do so. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out of here.